Alright guys, so welcome to another Aquariums update. I hope you enjoyed the little underwater footage there. I'm going to start messing with that a little bit more. I forgot I even had that thing, so I could have been doing that all along, but whatever. Anyway, today is kind of going to be a little update on this tank. As you can see, we have the old box on there. Let me get resituated. So we've had another death in this tank. And we've had a near death, which is why that box is there. We lost one of the albino cories. So what I think happened, because I didn't have those issues in this tank until the cories got in there, was they transferred from the other Bettis tank, who also died of dropsy or bloat or whatever. And I think what happened is it got transferred somehow. So I don't know exactly what it is. But I haven't had the issue in this tank until I transferred them, and sure enough, one of the cories died. Water parameters once again are fine, and I've been doing 50% water changes on this tank, so I have absolutely no idea what went wrong. This little guy actually had it as well, so I'm still expecting him to die, even though we have actually got him down to pretty much normal size. Sadly, I didn't get any video of him when he was so freaking big, because I was trying to manage a lot of things with the cory kind of being sick and stuff. So we ended up losing the cory. This guy has shrunk, so I mean that's good, but the likelihood that he's gonna stay alive is pretty slim still. His breathing has slowed down. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying just because I'm seeing progress. We've been hitting him with General Cure and a little bit of aquarium salt, but I don't know. Hopes aren't high. Another thing is I kind of moved this tank around again. There should be a Amazon sword right there, but they kind of moved it. It's up there. It got uprooted mainly because I moved it, so the roots aren't established yet. But yeah, I moved that down there. And I also moved the coconut hut to up front here, to kind of make way to actually kind of lift this log up a little bit. So as you can see, there's a rock kind of, let's see if I can't, holding it up, which kind of allows for a small cave under there, so the cories have kind of more place to go than just this one little spot under the log. So we're gonna have to end up buying more cories than we expected. We're gonna have to get 4 now to replace the one that we lost. So that kind of sucks. It wasn't as bad as losing the betta or the dwarf gourami, but I've had that fish for over a year, so it still kind of sucks. But I have a watchful eye on this tank. I've been treating this tank. I'm seeing progress as far as these fish. They're looking a lot healthier. I think the only one I really have to keep an eye on is the little one in the back right there. He's a little hesitant on eating. I don't know if it's just because these guys are just more dominant and he's the bottom of the totem pole, or it's just he's sick. So I have been treating for parasites. We've had General Cure and erythromycin, or Ick, sorry, I didn't do erythromycin. Ick and General Cure in here. So it's been treated, and I did the proper amount. I didn't cheat it out, because you know, three packets of General Cure, that's quite a bit. It's a hefty load there. So just from me to you, you have to look at this as an investment. So although these aren't the most expensive fish, this whole setup does cost, you know, a decent amount of money, especially when it comes to upkeep and stuff like that. So to spend that extra buck to get the good medicine to treat them and keep them alive is beneficial. So that's one thing I actually tried to do last time they were sick, like when I was at my last house. I tried to skimp by with not the right amount of General Cure. It ended up not working, and I pretty much wasted General Cure because it didn't work. So now I treated this with 3 packets, which if you don't know what a packet is, it looks something like this. which it's usually a packet for per 10 gallons. So it's just worth doing that and spending the extra money. Why this one's sitting here half open is because I've been treating this little tiny box little by little. So that's just my 2 cents on that. We're gonna have to replant that Amazon sword, but whatever. Anyway, on to the next pair of news, or the next set of news, is we have some new fish, which they're not going to show up, and I'm not going to stress them out even more than they already are. Actually, oh, I just scared it away. I'll leave it right here and see if one pops out while I'm talking, but oh, you can kind of see him. It's not going to focus all the way back there though. So in this tank we have 5 Odessa barbs. We have 2 females and 3 males. I got all the females they had, and then I just did the rest males. So we do have the Odessa barbs, like I was talking about. I knew I said something about there was some good looking tiger barbs, and right now they're pretty stressed out, so they're not very colorful, but they were colorful in the tank, so I know they're good looking. So we got 5 of those. They're going to be in here for 2 weeks, and I'll keep a watchful eye on them, and then eventually they will go in with Bruce here, who you saw at the beginning. Cute little guy. I was really surprised he came straight up to the camera. He was kind of willingly ready to show himself off, and then of course we got Apollo over here. So what we can see, I can try. I'll have to move slow. Oh, he's already scared, but I want to see if we can't feed him something, and you can watch how he kind of. This might not be a one-handed deal here. I have this whole thing zipped up. Alright, we're gonna do it this way. You're gonna stare at the wall for a second. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna open this with 2 hands. Okay, here we go. So, I'm gonna grab you back. And let's see, where'd he run off to? Okay, so he's in his hut. So we might come back. I might try to get some footage of that. But other than that, I think we got some shrimp. Are we gonna find them? Probably. Oh, actually, there's one right there. See the little red dot or red speck? So we actually got 2 cherry shrimp and 1 like mix. They had like a little mixture of shrimp. So I'm not expecting to have a full. Like, I just wanted to mess with some shrimp other than ghost shrimp. Because ghost shrimp breed with, or they like lay eggs or put eggs in the water column, and they're really hard to breed because most of the time it gets eaten. So I want to try something that's actually going to breed. So I guess you can kind of consider this tank like a breeding for profit, but it's really me kind of just experimenting. So hopefully get some more over time to kind of help boost the breeding a little bit, because with only 3. It's gonna take a little while. Frank has come out to see us. As you can see, his tail is a little tattered. He's been treated twice now with erythromycin, so we're gonna try to get his tail back up to par. He's just an old fart, but that's okay. Other than that though, the fish room is pretty much running as usual. We have the death, which kind of sucks, but you have to move on from that stuff. That's what I've kind of experienced. It sucks, and sometimes you feel like you failed. But that's the downside to the hobby, and you just kind of have to move on. The Corey's in here doing fine. He had a little bit of a chase, you know, right at the beginning. He was kind of nervous about what they were. Now he really doesn't bother him, and they kind of come out and swim around. In here, I can't think of anything that's really changed. But you know, we keep an eye on everything. So. Lastly, this tank is finally starting to kind of go in the motion. The stuff is starting to clear up a little bit with the filter been running. I do need to do a water change next weekend to kind of get some of that stuff out of there, and now we have algae growing because it's pretty strong light. But I've really been debating and researching lights, but I've really come to like the yellowish light. I know that's, you know, some people are against that. They like the really bright white, but I've really come to enjoy this because I think it makes some of the colors pop. It adds like a deep, I don't know exactly what I like about it. I've always liked tan and water, so it doesn't surprise me that I like, you know, yellow lights. Now this is a little bit more yellow because this is the new piece of wood, so the tannins are going to be a little bit stronger. But I'll have to mess with that tank. I just wanted to kind of let it settle for a week before, or 2 weeks before I started digging into it. But yeah, for the most part, I think that's it. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't think I can think of anything else. We can try. I don't know where he went. I really would like to feed him on camera. Is he under the plant? If he's under the plant, oh, he is. We'll see. So there's the pellet right there. You can kind of see it. I do not know if he's going to do this on camera. I highly doubt it. It's wishful thinking. I'd probably have to set this sucker up for the whole day. Oh, maybe. He sees it. I know you see it. Oh, come on. Let's try not to move too quickly. I know you know it's there, Apollo. Oh, this is where it's good when it hits that current, because he sees it, kind of jumps down. I don't know if he's just being curious about the camera or if he knows the food's right above him. This is definitely a fish that I recommend. I really like. He's a pretty peaceful cichlid for the most part. He doesn't even mess with the rainbow shark, but it does not look like he's gonna do it. I know he sees it. He's just really hesitant about the camera, I think. That sucks. Oh well. I would like to actually get the GoPro in there to mess around with watching him dig. I know a lot of cichlid people have seen it a million times, but it is pretty awesome to watch them pick the sand up and rocks up and spit it out. It's just interesting. So it'd be cool to see it right up close. And plus, these fish are way more active when I'm not around. Well, at least he is. And he's just now getting active around me, but he's definitely more active when I'm not here. And this guy, he's just, I love him so much. This is the best, one of the best purchases I've ever made. Like, he is so intrigued by everything. I just love it. And he's finally putting on some good weight, so I think we're gonna have a pretty decent fish here. And he's just, that's all he does all day is just explore and is curious about everything. I see you sneaking out every time I point the camera away. Look, watch, I'm gonna really get you. Does that freak you out? See, look at that. He just swims right underneath him. That's it. I mean, that's his territory, and he just lets that fish get in there. So, no problems there. That's what I love about him. You don't have to worry about a beat up fish. It's just a good little collaboration here going on. But I think that's what we're gonna call it today. I was hoping I could get him to eat on video, but it's not looking that way. I just wanted to kind of get you guys updated on the death, and then kind of just that tank in general. But I'm about to do some water changes. I got to do this tank, as you see it's a little low, and that's a tank I kind of have to change most of the water because there's so many fish in there. I also have to do the 55 here, so get a little high on the nitrates, so we're gonna have to do a pretty decent one there. But we're starting to play around with the easy green again. So we'll see the progress on that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to see anything specific, please let me know in the comments below. Hold on. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content. These tetras are beating each other up, so that's pretty interesting. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. What's up, guys? It's DeToX. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the other videos here down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.